Hey, this is Ash Wechter. I am going to do another review of a funnel. This is for capital hackers. And first, we're going to look at the uh, Facebook ad. So here's the Facebook ad, and there's a couple of things that I really like about this Facebook ad. Let me see if I can move it up a little bit more. Okay, and so raise capital with confidence and clarity. Okay, that's a pretty good promise. Without the endless uphill battle. That could probably be better because what is the uphill battle? Anyway, what I like also about here is that so Facebook, in Facebook ads, you have like a few lines you can write, and then it has a button that says see more to expand um, the content. But what I like about this is it says start here. So that's another kind of like, you know, uh, call to action, like because people want to start things and they don't want to finish them, but they like to start things. They want to investigate. So they start here. It's kind of like learn more and everything like that. Okay, so let's just go through. So master capital raising with confidence. So you're raising capital. Okay, transform your financial future through our 8-week immersive course. Okay, so this is a clear um, kind of a clear promise, but clearly like what you're going to get, and which is really good because when you have an ad on Facebook, you kind of want to, separate the people who are really interested in something and the people who aren't, and so unless you just want to, just going for clicks, no matter what. But so people are going to see, okay, it's an 8-week immersive course. If somebody wanted something else, like a free webinar or a free download, they're probably not going to do it. You know, so, and also if they're interested. Okay, so let's go. So we click more, we click learn more, and then we go to the sales page. And this is what we see. Okay, join the elite circle of capital hackers. Okay, so right away we see it matches the ad. So it says join my elite circle of capital hackers. So elite circle of capital hackers, elite circle of capital hackers, right there. It's already met. You don't have to debate whether you're at the right place or not. And a couple. So this is really matching the headline. It's really great message matching. Okay, and then another great thing is the photo is the same person. I mean, it's kind of a different angle, but you can tell it's the same person. So that's great. And another thing that they did that I think is really good, and I commented on a previous funnel review for the podcasters because they had a different photo and they had a different headline, and I said that in that one before even looking at this that they should at least put their logo right there so you know that you're at the right spot because that's just there's so many scams and everything going on online and people just are very touchy about like am I in the right spot. I mean the trust in online world has really eroded, so you have to really gain and hold that trust, and that's what this page does. It right above the fold, here we are above the fold, so we got capital hackers, boom, you got the logo there. Let's see if it's over here. It's a little different. I mean, it's got the person's name, sponsored, so it's coming from, I guess, his account. But at least we know that it's capital hackers, right? So it's got capital. Okay, and we got secure my spot. So that, to me, it already sounds like I'm getting on some kind of a webinar. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay, so if I click on there, I'm gonna be like, okay, maybe I'm expecting like a pop-up to put in my email or something, but of course we came from Facebook and it says 8-week immersive course, but now it's like, okay, here's what I get, all this value and stuff, and then, oh, boom, it's $9.97. Okay, that's a pretty big deal. So here's the thing about price, I'll say. Um, about whether you reveal the price in the beginning or the later or whatever. But I'm gonna say one thing. People fall in different categories in price. Okay, so and I learned this from a mentor probably like 15 years ago. For some people, your price is gonna be way too high. For some people, it's just not going to be enough. They want to pay more, especially when it comes to, uh, like a product, like a watch, right? For some people, $125 for a watch is too cheap. They're used to paying $500 for a watch. For some people, $125 for a watch is way too much. They're used to paying for $25. And so don't be afraid of price as long as you show the value of your product. And that's what we're going to get into on this page because I don't think they do a really good job. So, okay, so we got $9.97. So for some people, $9.97 is way too much. That's probably a week's salary or 2 weeks' salary. I mean, $9.97, forget about it, it's way too much. Then there's another group where $9.97 is a drop in the bucket, but is it worth their time, right? You're loaded, and you're like, well, that's $9.97. That's nothing. I'm used to paying $5,000 for a course or $10,000. And so this is a course, 8 weeks, which probably should remind me here somewhere. So that's really not even a factor for some. And then there's a bunch of people right in the middle, right? They're like, well, it could be $9.97. It's kind of a stretch, but then again, it's not. But then again, it's my time. And so those are the people that you're writing copy for, right? Everybody else you can forget about. The people who $9.97, forget about it. Don't even worry about those people. And then the people that $9.97 is a drop in the bucket. You probably don't have to write a lot of copy, except you just have to show that in this case, and so it's not just some product they're downloading, but in this case, you have to show that 8 weeks is worth their time. You don't have to worry about price. Just 8 weeks is worth their time. Okay, so let's go back to the land page. So this is the checkout page, and it's giving me all the numbers here. And so the reason why I'm going into detail on this is because I'm going to show you something that I have not really seen before, not that much. And on this page, so we're here on this page as we're above the fold, copy hackers. We already talked about the headline and everything looks great. So secure my spot, again, like I said, it seems like it's a webinar. Join the circle now. Okay, maybe it's a little bit more than a webinar. Maybe it's something bigger and deeper. Okay, 8 weeks to wealth. Great. Step by step. Okay, so first, there's a couple things to review here, but I'm going to review based on what I just saw, that we both saw on the checkout page. So we saw that here's what you'll get, and then here's the bonuses, fast action bonuses, the value of everything. I'll be honest with you, this is pointless. Okay, I'm just going to get into this right now. Saying it's priceless is the value is pointless. Don't even say it. If you can't put a number on it, don't even say it. It's like I could go on a half an hour tirade on this because it's so stupid. But anyway, what does that even mean? Priceless. What does that mean? I mean, why don't you just stick $1 million there and get it over with? I mean, what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. Okay, so we have the value is shown here. The price is shown here. The total value, your investment today. It's all right here on the checkout page. But you don't see it anywhere. You don't see it anywhere here on the landing page. So, and I know a lot of like sales people, you're like, well, don't tell people the price until the very end, keep them hooked. And I got it, but I can't even tell you, there's so many really, really good sales pages. The price is at the top. They're just like, you're either in it or you're not in it. And like I said before, there's people who can either pay $9.97 and it's no problem, and then there's people who are never going to pay $9.97. Well, forget about those. And then there's people in the middle who are like, okay, well maybe $9.97 is worth it. Maybe it's worth the money. Maybe, and then maybe 8 weeks is worth my time. But let me find out. And so you have to give people that opportunity to find out. And I get you that you want to seduce them, but in the online world, when people just can click over, they're going to find out anyway. So what's the point? It's not like you're a salesman, at the maybe a car dealership or something, and you're juicing them up and everything. Well, at some point they're going to be like, stop your blabbing. How much is this worth a night? Because if they have, if they say if you have to ask the price, then you can't afford it, and which is mostly true, right? If you have to ask the price, then obviously it's too much. Um, so I have a different philosophy. It's just name the price on some things, and not I don't believe it in an email, but anyway, that's a different story. So we're going to look through this. So nowhere in this page does it name anything about the price of the product. But the bigger thing is not even just forget about the price for now, is they don't mention the value that they don't have any value of what these things are, right? So you don't really get any of that information until you click the button, and then you get it all thrown in you at once. And then we're gonna go look back and say it doesn't even match anything. So we're gonna go to secure my spot, which I mean I'm not even sure if I'm really am I securing my spot um, on a product that I'm downloading, or is it like really like a class? Okay, I mean, so let's just look at some of the things that just aren't matching up. Okay, so I come here and I go, okay, Capital Hackers Academy. Oh, it's worth $5,000. Okay, but I'm only paying $9.97. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's pretty significant. So what was that Copy Hackers Academy again? Where's that Copy Hackers Academy? That's community movement. That's a swag. Um, where's the Copy Hackers Academy? Copy business in a bot. I'm not finding it, and here's the reason why. Because here it is. This is the Copy Hackers Academy, but they don't mention it. So I have no way of knowing if you're really talking about this thing, whatever this thing is 8 weeks to wealth, is worth $5,000, right? The 49.97. I don't really know this is what you're talking about, right? I have no way of referencing that because you're just telling me your step-by-step capital mastery journey. I don't even know what this is. And I don't even know, I'll be honest with you, is this an 8-week course? I mean, I'll have to obviously drill down and read into it, but is it an instructor-led course that I'm taking it for a specific 8 weeks, like March 1st through the end of February, or March 1st through the end of April? Are you talking about those 8 weeks, like specific, or is this something I download and I'm just doing it on my own? I don't know. So let's look at week 1 to get an idea. Money mindset. Unleash your mindset for wealth. Start with a deep dive into mindset mastery. Break free from limiting beliefs and learn the secrets to a wealth-focused mindset designed to help you attract, manage, and grow your wealth and confidence. Yay! I've said this in other videos. If you can take the content and paste it on somebody else's page and it all makes sense, then you got to rewrite it because you have to write it for this page, which is the elite capital hackers. You have to write it for these people. This is very generic. Harness your hidden resources. I mean, it just all sounds kind of like just. I'm not saying it's not value. It probably is, but I can't tell because it sounds like garbage. And then also, and I'm gonna get to this in a minute, but it's just building your A team. It just lacks substance. Totally lacks substance. And so I don't know. Is this really valued at $499.97? I know I'm not paying that. Okay, start raising my capital. So this is really, really weak. It's just, eh, you know, it does. I mean, what I do like about it, and I'll give them credit where credit's due, because a lot of businesses, sales pages do not do that. They don't describe like what you're getting, right? Because I want to know what it is I'm getting. You know, they go into the notion of like, well, we don't want you to have to read too much. Well, that's a bunch of BS because I'll read what I want to read, and I'll read it when I want to read it and where I want to read it. So if you want to put it at the top, put it at the top. If you want to put it at the bottom, put it at the bottom. I don't care, but at least tell me what it is I'm getting in detail. Because you're not going to win me over with garbage like this. This is just week one money mindset. Like, come on, I could watch a YouTube video for money mindset. How does it how does it relate to elite capital hackers? I mean, you got to work better on this. Okay, so you got all this stuff. So this is my 8 weeks. Okay, and then here's another thing. Why? Okay, why? Okay, tell me why. Why does this take 8 weeks? Are there going to be exercises I got to do? Are there unique concepts I need to do? Do I need to meditate? Do I need to, you know, get myself out in the world and you know and start to you know break down certain mental blocks and stuff like that? Like why is this week one? Why can't I do this day one and then this one day two? Um, it's really kind of vague and you know just really no substance. Okay, so I want to talk about another thing because I could go on and on because I think a lot of these things is very weak. Like I said, it all goes back to none of this. Oh yeah, none of this stuff is really relating. So capital hackers didn't find that in the landing page. Let's see, Circle Community Access. That's valued at $1,000. Circle Community Access. So let's go to the top of the page. Okay. So we looked at this. We assume this is the Academy. Circle Community Access. Okay, this is community, but there's nothing that says circle, and it doesn't say access. It says community and movement. So exclusive. I guess this is. I can assume maybe this is the access. Again, if they don't want to name the final price, I get it. But at least right here at the bottom, say first of all, make it match. Go communities, community circle, community access, and then down here value $1,000. Swag box. This is the only one that actually matches. So if we go back here, so just remember that the Capital Hackers swag box. It's right here. Okay, look at that. Wow, it actually matches. And I'm not going to go through all of these financial liberation system, real estate ventures, but most of these just don't even match what's on the sales page. And you know, people are, you know, at a price at $9.97, they're going to put a little thought into it. Like I said, there are going to be people who are just going to drop their credit card, go, boom, I need this. But that's going to be a small percentage. Your biggest people are going to be kind of like, okay, I need more information. I need to get more clarity. Then I'll buy. And then, of course, you got the other, you know, it's the classic bell curve, right? You know, people on either ends, you know, people on this end, the low end, they ain't buying no matter what you say. And the people on the high end, you don't have to say a lot, except for in this case, you have to justify their time. Why is it 8 weeks versus 8 hours or 8 days? What, you know, why? I mean, usually, you know, the people who pay a lot of money for things want somebody to reduce their time, right? So you have to tell people, okay, why does it need to be 8 weeks? And wait 8 weeks versus what? 8 months? I mean, you need to express the value, the benefit of why 8 weeks is so awesome, right? I didn't see that anywhere. I didn't see. I just see a bunch of you know really stuff that's just not not really rocking my boat. You got the swag box. Okay, what you know, it's a nice thing. You know, I mean, I don't know. I I think this is value. The paperback book, the workbook. Um, accelerate. Let's see. Accelerate your financial independence with exercises that complement the book's teachings. Book. Okay, and so the Discover. I mean, I get it. I like that. Put down there this whole thing. You know, it's I would put it at higher than $100. But anyway, $100, but and then say value $100, yours free. Boom, you got it. It's a bonus, free bonus. We remind people. Bonuses included in the system. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Access the Money Shackles education videos and investing home study course valued at 21. Okay, beautiful. And then even it says financial liberation system. I think these actually match what, yep, liberation, real estate ventures, 1% business. Okay, so all of these do match. Okay, and then we go to fast action bonuses, uh, business in a box. Okay, so most of these match pretty well. Okay, so I want to really just wrap this up because I've gone way over my time here. One of the things that also struck me about this page is a lot of the design is, I mean, I like how they grouped a lot of things together, but as I've talked about, is the reverse type, is the white on black, white on black. It's, as far as design, it kind of looks cool, but it's not very readable. Um, Also, the center justified type should be used minimally. I mean, these aren't really long sentences or paragraphs, so it's okay. But you generally want to minimize the, um, a lot of words or paragraphs that are center justified or center, yeah, center justified. Um, and so, back to the white text on it. It's just really, really hard to read. And I'm doing a review. There's uh, a mentor that I had. He would say, if you're not paying me to read this, I wouldn't read it. Just off the on the outset. Um, and I'll be honest with you, it's the ad. This matches the ad really, the Facebook ad really, really well. It's really good up here, and then it just kind of falls apart. Um, doesn't This is giving me like more of the features, so not really a lot of the benefits. I mean, it's telling me what it is. I mean, there are benefits in here, but there's no overall like what am I gonna what am I gonna what's the before and after, right? What am I gonna get out of this? Who am I gonna be after I do all this? Who am I now? Like why do I need this? What's my problem? And so, and I've never been to this page, so the Facebook ad, and I hardly ever on Facebook, so I don't even know if it was a retargeting ad. I doubt it. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm cold traffic. And now, granted, I'm not the target market for this, but this for something you're selling for $9.97, you got to give me more information. You got to give me more to work with. Why do I want this? It's all basically features, like what you're going to get stuff, which is fine. You should tell people this is what you're going to get. But you got to tell them why do we need it? Why is 8 weeks so much better than this thing you're going to 8 hours? I mean, people are going to pay more money for something that's faster, better. If they can solve the problem faster, they're going to pay more money. I mean, that's why coaching is so effective because you're like, well, I could learn this thing on my own. It'll take a whole year, but if I get a coach for 3 months, I'll pay $10,000 a month or whatever. And so that's where you need to get your head thinking is that the people who are going to pay a high price also want to know they're not going to invest a lot of time. Okay, so that's it. That's a wrap up. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next review.